Hey folks, Big Deano here again, this time with a kind of belated review, completely due to Nippon Yasan having a delay of some sort. Yes, this is the 2.0 Scouter Vegeta, and yeah, some good points and some bad points about this guy, saying that right now. But first things first, as always, let's take a look at the box, for those of you who seem to like this sort of thing. So, new style of box, you've got a picture of the figure on the side with some grayscale pictures behind him. You've got Vegeta, some blue there, Vegeta's just fell down. You've got the sticker, which bizarrely is silver. Oh well. Bandai 2017, more grayscale. You've got some pictures in the back, including this one, which annoys me to no end. That's not how you do a Gallic gun, folks. Or a Garikaho, for those of you in Japan. You've got Nappa, who is completely the wrong colour. Anyway. Yeah, so, just a typical box. One bizarre thing is, he actually came in the box with the folded arms on. That's a new one. So yeah, quite strange. Anyway, let's get that out of the road. And let's get Vegeta back into frame. Oh, and he has lost his scouter. That happens quite often. So yeah, let's get into accessories, shall we? And he does come with quite a lot, though not as much as the original did. He comes with the folded arms, which, as I said, came in the package with him. I'm not going to bother putting them on, you've seen them a million times already. He comes with... how many hands are these? I think it's 3 sets of hands and 1 extra piece. So yeah, you've got his standard Ki Blast hands. You've got his Final Flash grippy hands. Don't know why they keep giving us this, to be honest with you. I suppose it does do for the Gallic gun. And Broken Scouter piece, which is not as good as the first one. I mean, it is the same as the first version, to be honest. Where's it gone? They have literally recycled the mould, but it's nowhere near. I mean, even looking in there, does that actually have a hole? It just looks like a gap. I've not actually tried it on. Moulded out of the clear plastic and then painted over. So yeah, decent piece nonetheless. It's just a shame that the paint apps aren't great on it, which incidentally is the same as this guy. So yeah, you have 2 different Scouter pieces. Since it's off, I'll already just show you them. You have, focus please, you've got the standard one with the red lens, and you have the same one again, but it actually has some writing on it, if you can see there, which is quite good. However, the red on this piece isn't as vibrant, so it doesn't look as good on him. Go figure. He comes with an alternate tailpiece, which again isn't moulded in as good a plastic as the original, so it looks a bit like poo. And you have 4 heads. First one being this one, which is new to this Vegeta. Then you have this one, with him screaming. Then you've got a standard stern face. And then you have this one, which is sort of grinning maniacally. Recycled completely. Most of these faces actually are recycled from Super Vegeta. Unfortunately, including the head, which makes it look far too big for this body. But yeah, that big smudge on the corner of his mouth, I believe is there deliberate to accent the grin, but it makes it look like he's got chocolate smothered on his face. But yeah, one good thing, however, is that just like the original, he comes with a separate headpiece. So yeah, those of you who wish to use this head for the Super Vegeta head, the Super Vegeta body, here's one I prepared earlier. Yes, this one does have the Trunks shoulders swapped onto it. It does fit perfectly fine because it is the exact same head sculpt. So yeah, there we go. Actually looks really good with the Trunks shoulders. Actually looks like a normal Vegeta body. So yeah, but moving on to the figure itself, and don't worry, there will be a comparison with the original at the end of this video. Moving on to Vegeta. Yeah, you will notice straight off that the main thing that lets this figure down is paint, or should I say lack thereof. Yes, I don't know what it is. Tamashii seemed to be sacrificing paint apps recently in favour of just using the new articulation anywhere they can. Yeah, I don't know, I mean, let's just bring in the original quickly to show you. Yeah, the new one, the actual body mould looks better, but yeah, apart from that, there's shading in the white, there's shading in the yellow parts of the new one. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. It's a real letdown, being completely honest with you. But as I said, the actual body looks good. Apart from like the fact that he's actually too tall, I don't know how that happened, but if you have him next to that Vegeta, I mean look, the hair is actually taller, and you see the shoulders don't match up. So I think it's this midsection they've actually made too long. Either that or they've used the Trunks' legs in an attempt to make it look less bulky, and just sort of wasted it really. But yeah, unfortunately. I'm bringing this review right down, aren't I? Let's look at articulation, shall we? Since that's the only good part about this figure. So you can look down really well, look up really well. There's another gripe. This damn neck. What was wrong with you just using that neck, Tamashii? I mean, you can clearly see there, it's a different mould. That one is much thinner. And it's bizarre. If you leave the head normally, it just looks like a giraffe neck. You can push it down slightly and make it look a bit better, but I don't know. I think they were just trying to make it look closer to the show at that time, but it didn't work. Brutally honest. But back to articulation. The neck can move side to side really well as well. These are on a hinge, as opposed to just the standard ball joint on the first one. You can go up like so, and also swivel, double jointed, and the usual hand ball joint that we all know and love. You can also use the new ab articulation. Doesn't go down all that much, goes back quite far, but you do get an unsightly gap right there. It's much better aligned than the old one. Yeah, these do hinge. They are taken straight from the original. The only problem being now is that they get in the way of articulation, especially at the front. That's as far as you can go without it actually hitting on that. I mean, that's ready to pop off right there. So you do get quite a lot back. These don't get in the way nearly as much as the front one. You get double jointed knees. You get a bit of ball joint action at the bottom, and toe articulation, which we all know and love. But yes, this guy, I mean, he's going to go well with Nappa. Let's be honest. He was built to go with Nappa. I mean, they couldn't release a Nappa without either reissuing the original Vegeta or just making a new one. So you can tell some corners were cut to get this figure out. There's no doubt about it. But, I mean, if you can get someone who knows how to detail between the lines, this figure could be really good. He stands there quite imposing. But at any rate, but I don't know, the larger hair, the slightly too tall body, as well as the lack of any detailing sort of let this guy down. But yeah, he's still worth getting, don't get me wrong, especially if you missed out on the first version of Vegeta, which, let's be honest, you don't want this guy. I mean, honestly, his widespread issue was that his legs just flop everywhere. I mean, if he isn't standing still, you're as well not trying to pose him, because he's gonna fall over at some point. But yeah, I would still recommend it, even if it's just for the headpiece to put on a new Vegeta body. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for this review. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.